Anthony Ralston still has a chuckle when he's reminded he was once compared by Brendan Rodgers to Celtic legend Danny McGrain. And sharing is caring, as Sutton solves Ange's biggest dilemma. Anthony Ralston still has a chuckle when he's reminded he was once compared by Brendan Rodgers to Celtic legend Danny McGrain. The Hoops defender knows he or anyone else for that matter is unlikely to ever hit those heights. But he can have the last laugh over the club great when it comes to one thing. The free-scoring fullback notched 5 goals last season on the march to the league and League Cup double to take his career total to 10, one more than McGrain managed in nearly 700 games at Parkhead. If nothing else, it's ammunition to take into the Lennoxtown dressing room, with the Hoops hero still very much in with the bricks behind the scenes. As for the comparison, Ralston still doesn't know if he should be honoured or McGrain should feel offended. It was one of the more fanciful lines from former boss Rodgers, who claimed there was a hint of Danny in the then Celtic under-17 fullback. In fairness, the manager might have been referring to the similarities in shapes as much as anything, but it was high praise and no surprise when Rodgers then drafted the youngster into the first-team squad. Chris Sutton believes that Kyogo Furuhashi and Georgios Giakoumakis can share equally Celtic's striking needs going into the new season. Both strikers missed big chunks of last season, but appear to be warming up nicely for the new campaign, as Banik Ostrava discovered in midweek. Kyogo converted a cutback from James Forrest to equalise, while Giakoumakis swivelled spectacularly to hook home a Tony Ralston cross early in the second half. You look at last season, Kyogo was sensational in the first half of the campaign, while Giakoumakis arrived late then got injured. Then when Kyogo was out, Giakoumakis was available and seized his chance in superb style. Both players contributed hugely to Celtic's title success, and while they were around at the same time at the tail end of term, it's only now you can say they are really fit and firing together. It's an outstanding conundrum for Postecoglou, and it will allow him to be flexible with his lineups and the way Celtic play. It will be who is best suited to each game on a weekly basis. He can keep rivals guessing because the two of them are so different. Kyogo is all about pace and movement, playing on the shoulder and spinning in behind. Giakoumakis can throw his weight around, hold the ball up, get into the box and finish. How do you prepare for that if both are available for selection? You work all week on dealing with Kyogo, then Giakoumakis appears to bully defenders. Or vice versa. You go with a strong centre-back partnership to deal with the physical threat, and you end up chasing shadows with Kyogo buzzing around. Celtic don't have one main striker now, they've got two. Daizen Maeda is there too, but you have to say he's looked more of a threat in the wide areas than through the middle, as he's not quite as natural a finisher as the other two. And who is to say it will be one of the other with Kyogo and Giakoumakis anyway? Postecoglou could play both. After a gentle fixture run through August with only midweek fixtures, the calendar is packed through September and October before the 5-week breather for the World Cup finals in Qatar. Postecoglou will likely start the match today, with a strong side before rotating the players as the match goes on. However, the match will be played with Carl Starfelt and Rio Hat8 watching on from the stand. Both players trained by themselves on Friday as they recover from their injuries. Starfelt is still nursing the injury he sustained while representing Sweden during the international break. The defender is set to make a return before Celtic's league opener against Aberdeen. Hat8 picked up a knock in training while the boys were in Austria. Postecoglou expected him to be in contention for Saturday's match, but his injury is slightly more serious than first thought. As the start of the season draws closer, Postecoglou won't be wanting to pick up any more injuries. However, with the strength and depth in the squad, Celtic are more equipped to deal with any situation which may arise. And on that note, give me a score prediction for today's game. And have a great day wherever you are in the world watching this.
Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll